One of the 25-minute sprints that I just did, I got 2,600 words in. Hello, you're seeing me in the light. Are you shocked? Hi, welcome to day 9. We're gonna do a 10K day today, and I know you're probably like, wait a minute, Alyssa, what? That doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't, but I'm gonna tell you how. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have waited till day 10. I hit 20K last night for NaNoWriMo, and I was very inspired by myself because I had like 10 minutes before I needed to get out the door, and I just decided, let me just do a quick 10-minute sprint, and I got like 800 words in it, right? In a 10-minute sprint. To be honest, it wasn't even my best sprint. Most 10K days, I think I'll spend hours writing. That's typically what you would think of as a 10K day. I was thinking, like, what if instead of blocking off like 5 hours of time to write 10,000 words, what if I did 11 10-minute sprints throughout the day? Maybe 11 or 12, depending on, I'm sure I'll get less words some of those 10 minutes. And then when I thought about that, I was like, I could do this during a work day. I thought, what if I stretched my hours a little bit? What if I didn't take a lunch and I worked like a little above and before and after the 8 hour, so like, I'm still working 8 hours, don't worry. What if I spread that out so that like every hour I did a 10-minute writing sprint? Because I think about I take a 10-minute break, I go to the bathroom, I grab some coffee. Like what if I, since I'm not in office, did that? I'm still in Act 1 and I want to push through to get to the next section. So, do I need to introduce myself still? Because this is like day 9 of daily vlogs. If you're new, if you happen to stumble across this video, I'm doing daily vlogs for NaNoWriMo. You can start back. There's a playlist. I'll link it. At this point, I'm at 20,000 words. I've been using dictation. That's all of it. So I don't know how much updating I'll be doing. Probably a lot because I just can't seem to stop talking ever. But what I'm going to do right now, I have like 15 minutes before I log on for the day. I'm going to really look at my outline, what's coming up in the next in the next 10,000 words. So like really looking ahead in a major way, and then planning out what times during the day am I going to do sprints. I might end up doing like maybe 8 sprints that are 15 minutes. Like I might vary it that way, but just kind of blocking out how do I still get all the hours of work in while adding in. The lie's slipping off so easily. It's kind of shocking. There's a package sitting just a few feet away from the door, but it's equidistant between the next apartment, so it could be for that person as well. "10 minutes, let's see how we did." 1,163, not too shabby for 15 minutes. Thousand words. 2,200 for the day so far. Everyone, I interrupt your regularly scheduled program because the buzzer just went off. My package has arrived. I have 2 books coming today. One of them is Iron Flame, and yes, I have been reading it, and yes, I did want a physical, but I also have Ali Hazelwood's young adult chess book arriving today, which is arguably more important. Actually, not even arguably, just definitely, so let's go find it. It's even better than I imagined. It's bold. It's bold. This seems like it's preparing to be a book of the month ad. It's not. I just got my book of the month. I'm hyperventilating. Okay. Is this the angle that the bookish girlies do it? No, I think it's like this. Priority. This is massive. Who? Rebecca. People have been talking about how their copies are all bad. But looks pretty good to me. You got the sprayed edges and everything. I've seen people accusing the author or accusing the publishing company. I don't know who they're accusing exactly, but they're claiming that this book was written by AI, which I'm I don't really buy that. I'm not gonna say anything definitively, but knowing how the writing process works for me, I think it would be I don't know. I don't buy it. Because people are like, the writing is so simple, but I think that part of that has to do with like, you have to know your audience, you know? And so this isn't for like literary fiction people. This is like such a widely popular book that has to be widely accessible. So it's going to use shorter sentences, you know, and like not as bougie words. The audiobook narrator is so good that it makes the book better for me. But this is the one I'm so excited about. It's a chess rom-com. I've never been more excited. I am. Listen, I've gotten into a bad habit lately of like reading like 50 to 75% of a book and then just like not finishing it because I feel like I know what's gonna happen. This has been a couple books now that I've done this with, and I want to finish Iron Flame obviously, but I don't want whatever. I'm like 75% of the way through Iron Flame right now. This is not an Iron Flame vlog, I promise, but I am interested to see where this goes because we've kind of like done kind of a 180 on everything just very in the last half of the book, and I'm interested to see where it goes and what she's setting up for. And then I also got another rom-com because that was an add-on, so I couldn't just buy it. This Spells Love. What an exciting day to be me. Sorry, I'm reading the last page because I'm the worst person ever. Slay. Slay. Slay so hard, Rebecca. Yes. Oh. Oh. Why do I keep doing this? If you want to know something fun about me, is that if you've read the Throne of Glass series, I read the last book first. Most book series, that's wild. Throne of Glass, that is wild. Oh no, it doesn't work as well as it does in the movies. Ah. No, the coffee. I'll just like flip it around maybe, is that? Well, that was a bit of a failure. I thought it would be cooler. Now I just have like, is this how they make the drinks? Look at that. Look at that mess. I was just trying to have a treat. Moment of truth. I don't know. Oh. And you're about to be in big trouble. And, you know, if you see anything weird going on, just feel free to reach out. I got a feeling I'm about to get the Big Brother talk round 2. The way he says it makes it sound like an innuendo, and I want to shove my fist so far up his face that he doesn't have. Alright, we got 1,068 words for that sprint. It's about 4:40, so I'm gonna work for about 30 more minutes today, and then head to the gym, and then when I come back I'll get the rest of the words. I looked at my total for the day and I'm sitting at about like just under 5,000, so I think tonight if I do like 3 or so 25-minute sprints. It's coming along though. I'm getting through the scenes that I wanted to get through. I feel like such an imposter writing these kind of scenes though, because there's this plot line in this book that it's not really what the book is about, but it's kind of a necessary part of it. And it's like this whole, but it's essentially like conversations where it's like somebody who's a criminal trying to like talk to someone about being a criminal. Like and so the dialogue is like, I hear you having a cash flow problem. Like, just the most corny things. But it has to start somewhere. It can always get better. That's what I just have to remind myself. This is like the messiest drafting I've ever done. And so I do just like want to say that to if you're trying dictation, depending on if you're doing it like how I'm doing it, it's messier than any first draft I've ever had, but it's good because I'm getting the story out, and it's not like there's nothing that's usable. It will just require quite a bit more editing than usual. You know, it's a give and take. It really is. There's gems. We're really like, what is the phrase about the coals, like finding the diamond in the rough? We're really creating the rough, and there are some diamonds in it. I know I'm using this phrase wrong, but I don't know if I actually care. It's like 7:30. Is it already 7:30? That seems rude. I have 5,000 words left to write. I'm gonna do it in an hour. That's really bold of me to say, but we're gonna go for it here. Whenever I want to procrastinate writing, oh my gosh, this flame is like really being aggressive. I just like light a candle and show it off. Well, I didn't necessarily say for nothing. Have certain financial obligations. There's certain and like I said, details come once you've committed. Okay, just about 2,000 words for about a 20-minute sprint. It's pretty average for me. Yeah, now I'm at 26,575, so about 3,500 words is what I need still. It's already 8, but we can do it. I believe in us. I have this chocolate for when I finish. Pull up TikTok and get depressed after 3 minutes, so transition over to... It is 9 o'clock and I just hit just about 10,000 words for the day. I have like 300 words left, but I'm gonna write those while the video is uploading tonight. So yes, we made it. That is just wild. That's wild. I've never done a 10K day before, let alone while working for 8 hours. Okay. Dictation. I know there've been quite a few comments about like trying dictation, does it work, does it not? And I know it does not work for everybody, but I did make a lot of progress in the story. I'm just seconds away from breaking into Act 2. Like I have all of the setup and all of the build. I just need to do, like, there's just like 2 little half scenes that need to go in where they like make the decision to go into the new world, essentially. But yeah, that means we're about to get into Act 2. Right about at 30,000 words. A 30,000 word Act 1 is a little long, but to be fair, I would say probably 10% of these words are going away. They won't make it to the next draft. And also it's a dual POV book. Paring it down is gonna happen at the end once I see like what actually ends up happening. I'm thinking that I probably will not write tomorrow, but I might go to like a coffee shop or Barnes & Noble or something and just kind of really look at Act 2 and where I'm going, and Act 3, because I've made a couple of changes now while writing since Nano started that will impact the outline. And so I think tomorrow I might just kind of get my head around that, and I might do like a quick 25-minute sprint, which one of the 25-minute sprints that I just did, I got 2,600 words in. Anyway, my throat is really sore. hopefully I can talk tomorrow, but I did just speak 10,000 words into existence, so I guess that does make sense. So now it is day 9, wrapping up day 9 of NaNoWriMo at 30,000 words. So thank you for coming along with me today. Let me know what your word count is, how Nano is going. I know we're getting into that murky middle now where you might be getting into Act 2, or you might be kind of coming up against some of those plot problems. So power through, skip to an emergency scene if you need to. If you just need to write a scene of your characters like hugging and reuniting, like, I'm not gonna judge you. Actually, I'd probably read it, so comment it down. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.